Hey everybody, and welcome back to another episode of From Life to Death with Jeff Heveron. Today we're going to talk about just doing something, and I want that to apply to a lot of different aspects of our lives. I know for me, dealing with finances has always been really difficult. Getting into projects has always been really difficult. Getting simple things accomplished has always been difficult. And going through all these years of wanting to do things like I've talked about and not being able to accomplish them to where I am now, there's a reason why I've been able to accomplish as much as I have. And that's by just doing it. And I know that's a cliche thing to say, but that's really the place that I had to get to. So I understand that we can't always just do all these things that hinder us. There are a lot of reasons beyond our control why we can't just complete a whole project or, get into saving money or getting into pretty much anything. But what we can do is we can do something. And that's how it starts. I know I talked about in a previous video getting exercise and things like that. And one of the things that I like to do is I just tell myself all I've got to do is get up in the morning and do one sit-up, and that's it. Just one sit-up, and I'm done. And as I mentioned, typically when I get down and do that one sit-up, I end up doing more. And then I end up doing push-ups, and then I end up doing, some other exercises because I get in that flow. So just doing something means finding that starting point for you by doing anything. If that is getting out of bed in the morning and going downstairs and making coffee, that's something. Something is better than nothing because we can absolutely sit in bed all day. We can absolutely sit at our dead-end jobs. We can absolutely complain about the state of the world. We can absolutely continue to be in the same financial situations that we've been in for years. But if we want action to start, we've got to learn. And I've talked about creating these habits. We've got to start doing something, and that starts to create that habit. Getting used to actually applying ourselves in some way or another is really what's going to help get us going. Even making these videos, I really would love to have a fully structured, perfectly laid out plan for my YouTube channel, but that would probably take me a lifetime to get around to. But just doing these videos, I know that I can probably offer some advice that's going to help someone out there, and I'm just doing it. I'm just sitting here. I've got my camera set up. I've got my microphone set up, and I'm going for it. So I hope that makes sense to you guys. I really want this concept to be transferable to different aspects and different things. So one of the things that I started last year was I said I've got a financial goal of having $100,000 saved, by this time next year, and that was last June. And I didn't know how to do that, but I started investing in some of the apps I'd heard about. I went on to acorns.com and signed up for an account there, and I think I put $25 in there and started pledging $5 a month. And then I said, I don't know if this is really going to get me to where I want to be. Maybe I'll start a savings account. And I looked at some of the interest rates in savings accounts, and they were just extremely low. I'd heard a lot about cryptocurrency. I knew it was out there. I knew people were making money with it. Different things had popped up. I'd seen a lot of ads on YouTube for different cryptocurrency platforms. And so I started getting into that. Well, I want to explain how this just do it has snowballed for me, because I went from doing absolutely the bare minimum, investing $5 a month, actually making solid real world investments, getting into cryptocurrency, learning about it, understanding it, spending time talking to other people about it, doing research on different projects, really utilizing that knowledge to make a solid plan for my goal of 100,000 in a year. That's a lot of money for me. I mean, I told you guys, I'm a recovering alcoholic and drug addict. The only time I've ever had any type of money like that was when I got an inheritance after my mom passed away. That's the only time. And at the time I was using and drinking, and that money was gone very, very quickly. So being in the place that I am now, being the age that I am right now, I know that I've got to do some accelerated things to get myself to a place where I can have some money to retire on. I've owned a business for many, many years, and I've been successful in business, but I haven't scaled the business to the point of where I'm making, a significant amount of money. I've always purposely kept it small. I've always wanted to provide a custom service for my clients, something that's more personal, something that's more affordable for people. And I want to do things that are purposeful. And I know my life is purposeful. I know living is purposeful. So by just doing this one little thing, setting up that $5 per month investment on that one app, it's turned into, I probably spend 10% of my week that I'm awake invested into my financial future, which I'm excited about that, because I've never thought of money in that way. I've never wanted to have money, and I still personally don't care about it that much. I don't care to be rich and driving Lamborghinis and have a huge mansion or anything like that. That's the furthest thing away from the type of person that I am. But what I do know is that I don't want to be 80 years old standing at the door at Walmart asking people if they want a mask. And not to put anyone down that does that by any means. I'm sure that's not the job that you want when you're in your 80s or 90s. I'm sure when you're 80 or 90, you'd like to be retired somewhere and enjoying life to the fullest and doing the things that you want every day. So please, definitely consider what you can do, not necessarily to get you to your goal, but what can you do that will get you started in any way, shape, or form? And like I said, it can be as basic as getting out of bed in the morning and going to make your coffee, or it can be investing that $5 a month on some platform. I'm not sponsored by any of these platforms, by the way. So, I'm just mentioning what I've done. It can be getting up and doing that one sit-up in the morning. It can be maybe making a smoothie instead of a McDonald's biscuit or something like that. Any little thing that you can do is something that can help you towards your goal. I believe, from my experience, when I do those things, I tend to want to do them more. That gets the ball rolling. That's how I create those habits. That's how I start building that system for my life. And that's how I think you can too. I really hope you enjoyed this. Please leave me a comment down below. Let me know what else you guys want to hear about. Let me know how you like the video. And if you get a chance, please take a moment and subscribe to this channel for more content like this, and hopefully better. Have a great day. Bye-bye.